Okay, from the top. So in case you guys are wondering, I did not record. We just went through this whole thing. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't press record like a dummy. So yeah, we about to run the gear from the top. So ladies and gentlemen,
I had all the good answers.
All the good answers. So ladies and gentlemen, introduce you guys to someone who is killing the game right now. She is the winner of Paint Wars. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now on YouTube. She went up against some dope painters and came out on top. Ladies and gentlemen, Bree, yeah, that's me. Well, that's her.
Hey.
I can't believe it. Okay. All right, let's run it again.
I'm dead. I'm sorry. That's so funny.
Oh my God. Okay, so how did you get into customizing? And how long have you been doing it?
So I have been doing art my whole life, but struggled with what to do with it, where to go with it. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until 2017 I randomly woke up and decided to paint an extra pair of Timberlands I had, posted on Instagram, and it took off.
Okay, so 2017 is the first time you like just painted any shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And what was that custom? So that's like your first one. So what was that custom?
It was a pair of Timberlands, Mickey Mouse, because I love Mickey Mouse. It was my own shoe, obviously. But yes, it was Mickey Mouse.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put that up on the screen so everybody can see it. Which you already know because I told you that before, but again, we act like you just already.
No, it just feels so funny because we're like, you already know the answer.
I know, I'm trying to act. I'm trying to act it out.
Take a pause. He forgot to record the first video that we took.
Bruh.
All right. So what does a typical day look like for you?
I'm nocturnal, so I sleep during the day. I usually wake up in the afternoon when I gotta get my daughter from school. So after that, I'll paint and stuff. And yeah, repeat. During the weekdays, that's pretty much what I do.
All right, so what was the worst experience you've had with a client?
I haven't, because I just don't do bad experiences. I don't do bad energy. I just simply won't work with you. This is my artwork. It's my choice. And I don't have to work with anybody that I don't want to. So if you're coming to me that way, sideways, any kind of way, I just ignore it.
Yes, because I know with me, I've had a few, but like I probably had like maybe one bad experience. But I mean, it wasn't even really just like horrible. I know some people done had people like go off on them or not want to pay them or something like that. I've never had anything like that.
Oh no. Because I'm like, you gotta pay me when I get your shoes before I start the artwork.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's how I am too. Money up front, please. You know?
Yes, or else I'm not doing nothing. Because there be them people like, oh, well, I only got $50.
But you're not ready to get your work done. You're not gonna go up to Jordan to the Nike store and be like, hey, man, I only got $50, but I'll be back with the rest.
Right.
So what are you currently working on right now?
I'm working on the general public shoes. I oftentimes I'm booked a lot, to the point where I'm not accepting any more projects. So when I can, I open up to the general public and accept some of their shoes before I get into the next thing, whatever that may be. So that's what I'm doing, just general stuff.
Okay, yeah, cause I just seen the ones that you posted today, which were the
11th.
Yes,
the graduation.
11th. Yep, clean. This classic freestyle right there with the drip going, and yeah, I love it. And the Rugrat joints you did as well.
Thank you.
It's exactly your style. Like I know it when I see it. So, which is what a lot of us strive for. You know, we strive.
Yes.
For that. Oh, I know who did that.
I actually had to unfollow a customizer recently. They're pretty new, but I don't know. I just don't respect anybody trying to, like, you know how they say imitation is flattery. I don't believe in that. Imitation is annoying. I'm like, there's enough creativity in this world to do your own thing. This dude, I feel like literally is a different theme, but I'm like, you literally looked at my shoe and tried to remake that between the Rugrats and the Ninja Turtle ones, I'm like, nah, I don't do that. Like, there's so much creativity. Like, you could be inspired by me, but do not try to remake my shoe or directly copy what I do. That is,
Did
but I mean, you could do what you do. Everybody knows it's mine, and so.
Did they even tag you or anything, or it just?
Well, it's just like, I mean, they did a different theme, but I just could tell, like, you literally looked at my shoes and got I see the little details and stuff. I don't respect it because there's some people out here who see us making money or see something dope and they're like, oh, I'm gonna remake this and hopefully take off like them or something. But we're in it, like, for me, I constantly tell people, I'm not here just for money. The money is the bonus. I've been an artist. I'm here for art. I'm here to share my art with the world. It's not just about money for me. And for those it's just about money for are people like that. And I'm like, listen, like I said, there's so much creativity. If you're a real artist, you're not gonna copy nobody. You got your own style, you're gonna do your own thing. And that's what differentiates the real artist from just a shoe customizer or somebody trying to make some quick money or something. But I'm like, we can see it in your work. So do what you do. Everybody know who does what originally. So, but I just be like, that's good. That's an easy way to get unfollowed for me, for sure, and lose respect.
I just want props, man, because to create something that people actually like, it feels good to be able to create something that you thought of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Actually,
yes.
So,
I'm like,
not that easy.
Right. We all have our own style. I'm like, I have a distinctive style. So I know when you're trying to duplicate that,
Right.
So I'm like, in the beginning, a lot of people try to compare me and Serato. And I'm like, that's a dope comparison because he's big. But me and Serato work together a lot. He's dope. We're very similar in what we like. And you can see that. But yes, I love Serato. That's my guy.
So did you first meet him on the Paint War show?
Yep.
How was that experience?
It was so dope. Everybody's just like family. It's like you've been knowing these people, but you haven't met them yet type thing, because we all see each other on Instagram. Right. He's just so dope. Everybody's dope. They're all amazing. Caddy is everything.
Just crazy, because when I seen you on the show, you was like stone face, like you was like in the zone the entire
that
time.
Poker face. I feel like we all have the potential to win.
Breathe.
They say my name and I am like blown away, surprised, like standing next to, like I said, I have a whole, like one of my idols standing next to me, and to have won this whole competition and it's the first one overtime ever put on means everything.
Hey. Love.
Until that right at the end when they was like, and the champion and the winner is, and that's when you had like the biggest grin, and you was like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, okay, yeah. So she, she's not just like stone faced it, and So that was dope though. You was just so focused, and you killed it too. You killed it.
Thank you. I just be in a zone, and I just be in my head, and that's where I'm at. Just a little box right here when I'm painting.
What's some of the biggest challenges you've faced since starting it?
Accepting projects that I don't like, or trying to not accept projects that I don't feel. Like, I always struggle with that still to this day. Every day, every week, somebody comes to me with a project that I just ain't feeling, and it's hard to be like, no, I hate your idea. And it's like, it's a struggle between, you're the artist, so you're supposed to make everything look great. And it's like, no, some things I just am not feeling. I hate that. I don't want to judge your project. And I often find myself in these situations. So I'm trying to figure out a way to be more picky about what I accept. I feel like I've gotten to a point where I can pick and choose, kind of. But not in a rude way. And I'm not going to say what those things are that I hate, because I don't want to offend anybody. Right. However, it might be good thing. So that, no. But
I get it.
I don't know. That's my biggest struggle, because I'm like, I don't want to.
I've been there too, because if I'm not feeling something, it'll probably take me way longer to complete it than it would something that I was actually feeling.
Yep. Oh, pause. My kitty must have came off my bed.
Sorry about
Show and tell, y'all. Here's Casper.
Say hello, Casper. Hello.
He's probably hungry. Oh, what do you want, sir?
How many cats do you have?
2. Penguin and Casper.
Penguin and Casper. Awesome. What color is the other cat?
He's black and white, a little tuxedo cat. He's grown and doesn't like to be bothered. He's not a people person. He's not affectionate. So now I have to make Casper that cat for me.
Gotcha. My friend, she has 2 cats and she named them after Vampire Diaries. Have you ever seen that show?
I haven't, but I heard of it.
Yeah, so she named them after Stefan and I forgot the other guy's name, Salvatore, but yeah. All right, so right now we're gonna do a rapid fire round. Rapid fire. All right, so you ready?
Yes.
All right, so paintbrush or airbrush?
Both. Paintbrush for detail work, airbrush to cover the shoe, and for cool looking effects.
Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Why is it Friday?
Because I always use that day to just do nothing and go to sleep and eat food.
Sounds like a good day. So Jordan 1s or Air Force 1s?
To wear, Jordan 1s. To paint, Air Force 1s.
What is your favorite color to paint with?
Aqua, teal, turquoise, aqua, those colors.
You have a paint sponsorship, right?
Huh?
You have a paint sponsorship?
Yes, I do.
Who's your paint sponsor?
I'm sponsored by AlphaSix Corporation. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Bree. Bree, yeah, that's me. So a lot of other customizers have been asking me about AlphaSix paint. I honestly love it. As you can see here, your darker colors that would usually be transparent with other paints are very opaque with AlphaSix. That is very important to me, so you can get your color solid without having to use a billion layers. I love the bottles. I love how the tops close the way they do. So use the referral link in my bio to order you some and use my code for 10% off. And also buy Liquid Kicks.
I definitely have Liquid Kicks. When I found out about that Liquid Kicks, I was like, this is some magical stuff here.
Yes, I'm like, I always have the confidence of knowing that that paint is good. Liquid Cake seals it, because I'm like, that's all I use for the NFL, and you know they tackle, they do everything. So to know the shoes, that paint's still on there is everything.
I like the tops too.
Me too. I love the shape of the bottle. I love the tops. I'm like, please don't ever change these tops because it's so perfect. I'm like, the screw tops, I used to try to melt them off or plier them off and break them.
I keep pliers.
Yep.
Right next to me.
Same here, plier gang.
so I can crack them open because they be crazy. And when the paint dries up, it'll fall in, and that's what causes the chunks.
Oh my God. And plug up my airbrush.
I think that was absolutely genius. So do you have a favorite anime?
Nope. Don't watch it. Never been into it. Barely know who they are besides the ones I painted and I had to Google.
So I just started watching, what's it called? One Piece. It's an anime called One Piece. I just started watching it because I'm gonna do a custom on it. But that's the only one I know of. So I'm not a big anime guy either, and I've never done an anime custom before. So that One Piece one will be my first one. So what about Marvel or DC?
I'm not into either, but I'll do Marvel.
Might as well. They're killing the game now. You might as well.
You know what's funny? Like half the stuff I paint, half the stuff I'm not even into a lot of stuff. And like when it came to like sports, like it's crazy. Like I love working with athletes. It's my favorite. But it's so crazy. All my life before this, never been to sports, didn't understand none of it. But I love it.
So what about movies or TV shows?
TV show.
And that's murder mysteries, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And reality shows. I also like competition shows too. They're fun to watch. Art ones or food ones because then it makes me hungry. Then I gotta go find food.
What about Ink Masters? You watch that show?
I was actually watching that last night in the background because usually I like to play something in the background because I'm not actually watching it. But I had already watched those seasons. That's on Netflix, so I just had to play in the background.
So basketball or football?
Both, because I work with both, but I understand basketball. I still don't understand football. Really?
But so with football, I know that you did my calls, my cleats, right, for football. And the Broncos is the team that you work with?
Yep.
And how many customs have you done for that team?
This last season I did 51. And the year before, I did 48.
And how
all in 5 to 6 weeks.
it's 5 to 6 weeks. That's crazy because some turnaround time just for you for one person sometimes it's like, 4 to 6 weeks.
That is my turnaround time for my regular customs.
51 in 5 to 6 weeks. That is crazy. Insane.
I get them start like in the beginning. I get them in the beginning of October. A lot more start coming in like towards the end of October, and I gotta have them done by the end of November.
Wow. So do you have a contract? You have a contract with them, or they just kind of like hit you up and be like, "Yo, it's that time."
I just work with them for the season if they choose me.
Cool. Dope. All right. So last question kind of determines the type of person that you are. Mayo or Miracle Whip?
Mayo. Miracle Whip's nasty. If you're eating that, that's crazy.
Cool. Well, we can rock again because I don't see how people do Miracle Whip with the sweetness and all that. It's just
like, who made that?
That ain't right. I can't get down with that.
It's not right at all.
I can't get down with that. All right. So, what is your proudest work to this day?
Probably the paint war shoe that won the finale. Because of that, like that was a dope experience. That was insane. And what's crazy, I always wanted to go to New York all my life. So to be brought to New York by my artwork was everything. To win Paint Wars was everything. So that shoe means a lot. It says a lot. I had a lot packed into it. Like we're final 3 Black girl, female finalists. So that's what that shoe was themed. So that holds a lot of weight, that shoe.
That was dope. I honestly don't know if I could have did it up on all the pressure. But you said it was no pressure though. It was no pressure,
it was just
right?
chill. It was really chill. I was just because you have everything you need, anything that you would use at home, you could bring whatever you want, and they also provide stuff. But you have everything you need right here. So really, I just imagine myself picked up my stuff, moved to a different spot, and I'm just back in my zone because 5 hours is what I usually use. Yep, 5 hours. 5 hours is what I use to usually use anyway when I customize shoes. So I was like, this is perfect because I thought it was gonna be like, y'all got 30 minutes, bust out this shoe. Like that's what I thought it was gonna be. I'm like, but 5 hours, I was like, I could really do my thing. 5 hours is short to some people, depending on your time limit as an artist. But for me, that's about the range I get a shoe done anyway. So I was like, cool, 5 hours.
And for y'all thinking 5 hours who don't really know, like she did a portrait too. Like she did a portrait. Like a lot of people take days to do.
Right.
Like between you and I know Mosh, like y'all not got portraits like it ain't nothing. Like it's
once I got my mindset on something, it goes quick. But on Paint Wars, like, I mean, we obviously take breaks in between. You got to cut, just like any TV show. This is a full production. Cut, we got challenges. They got to redo scenes. So there was those, like to say that was compressed into what, maybe 19 minutes. Mm-hmm. That took the full day from morning all the way to night to record these episodes because we did each episode a day. And I'm like, all of that, it was crazy. So there was all of that in between the 5 hours of us doing that.
Wow. Seems fun though. Sounds fun.
It was lit. It was fun. It was the dopest experience ever. Highly suggested.
I hate that COVID came along because they probably would have done more, and it kind of just
me too.
It's crazy that all the sneaker shows were about to come up in the ranks, and then all of a sudden, bam!
And then the world literally shits all over us. I'm like, that was crazy that we literally recorded that like the very end of February, right before all that happened. But that was crazy. But yes, I wish they would come up with more. I want to come back as a judge for sure.
I think you would highly qualify to come back as a judge for sure.
I would love that. I think it'd be fun. A more artistic judge, because I'm like, Serato was like the artistic judge because he does this, Right. But I think it'd be fun to come back with him. Mm-hmm. That'd be lit.
Sure. So last question. Where do you see your business going in the future?
Wherever it needs to go. I don't plan because there's people who's like, what's your 5-year plan type thing? I don't plan. I really let life roll how it needs to. And I'm like, the options are limitless because that's what life has shown me. Like, I try not to put myself into a box. I don't plan for anything. Everything that has happened for me has just literally happen. I just be in my zone, paint, share it, and whatever's supposed to take off, takes off. And that's just how I live life. I'm like, because I'm like, whatever I think I might want in life is probably constricting to what the universe has bigger for me. And I feel big about that because that's what life has shown me. All of this is a dream come true. I couldn't have imagined any of this as an artist. So yeah, I'm just like, wherever's supposed to take me to the top has always been my answer. So wherever I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, you definitely killing the game. You know, I follow you on your social media platform. Anytime you post, I'm there like, oh, what she's done now. Like, oh, yeah, that's dope. You know, so yeah, you be killing the game. And I appreciate
you too.
And thank you.
I love seeing your shoes, your progress. You be putting out some quality too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to Erica B. Cause she did like mention, like, she was like, yo, you need to interview Bree. And cause I love her and stuff like that. So yeah, shout out to Erica B.
I love her. She's the sweetest ever. I love her. You know, it's so crazy. It's like we're all like a family. It's like I know these people, but I've never met half these people. But I live for like my Instagram followers. Like that's what I'm here for. It's a family. I love it.
It's crazy for me because it seems like the people that I just met and I don't know are some of like my biggest supporters.
Come on.
Something like
sorry.
Coming? No?
Huh? It was my mom.
Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna make a cameo. Well, thank you again, everybody.
Of course.
Shout out to Bria. It's me. Make sure you follow her on. Go ahead. Got any other than your Instagram? Got any other platforms that you want to shout out to follow?
Bria, that's me on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have Facebook, but I really don't use Facebook. I post and dip, but don't interact. I don't like Facebook. So yes, it's mainly just Instagram and TikTok. Really just Instagram.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, make sure you guys hit her up, go follow her. Look at all her work. It's dope. Thank you. And I appreciate you for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, see you next time.
Bye.